Congratulations on completing your first deal.
Woo woo!
Yeah, 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 yeah. How's it feel?
Oh, I'm very excited. This has been a long time coming for me
Yeah,
because I wasn't ready before. I realized that now there was a whole lot more that I had to learn. So I was like, okay,
that's kind of cool. So what did you feel like you needed to learn?
basically just talking to people. As
Oh,
I shared before, I don't like cold calling.
yeah,
So I try to be more conscious when people call me and be nice. So I was like, now, how would I want somebody to respond to me if I called them? So I try to be that way. And I'm still not comfortable with that, but I'll do it. But I'm
yeah,
more comfortable with people I already know.
yeah,
Like, for instance, the Griffintown Road. The
yeah,
guy just happens to be a cousin of my husband.
yeah.
So not to uh, sound too cocky, I was still nervous about calling him. But when
Hmm.
I did call him, he was easy to talk to. So I said, okay, maybe I need to get out of my own way
Okay,
and feel more comfortable about it. So but I said, at least I get practice by talking to people I already know,
right.
and that would help me with calling people that I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's all a process.
yeah. It's like everything else. The more you do it, the more comfortable you become, the more practice you get with talking, especially to people you don't know. Because people are people, they have different personalities, and the more that you experience, you just, wow, they're just another personality. And you sort of adapt yourself to their personality and go from there. How's it feel to actually get some money in the bank?
Oh my goodness. That's the best part.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
And see, you've seen this whole process from the very beginning, right? Finding a prospect, getting the prospect on the contract, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's not enough. You still have to find a buyer
Mm-hmm.
and send that to the attorney. And then finally, when everything's straight, you get your money wired to you. So you've seen that whole process start to finish, which is
Yeah.
what I like to see students do because now it's not theory anymore. Now that
Right.
you've seen this thing, you say, I can do this again. I can do this again and
Right.
again. In fact, you're doing it now. You're on your second deal now.
Right.
Now, this was an interesting one because you actually had this one under contract first,
Right.
and we didn't find a buyer for it,
Nope.
and you didn't give up.
Mm-mm. Because I knew it was coming because I've been waiting a long time for this. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna wait. I gotta wait on your time, and it's okay. But I know it's coming.
Yeah,
Because he kept giving me signs and everything, like, okay, this and this and this is falling in place. So the next step is,
yeah,
so I was like, okay. And then you was always encouraging everybody, and I was like, okay, this is coming. And then when you started the small group, I
hmm,
said, okay, yeah. So everything had to happen in a certain order
mm.
and in God's time. And so I was like, okay,
So you've learned what you need to do to complete deals.
exactly.
Getting out of your own way, right?
Eh,
Because we can mess ourselves up.
Oh my goodness. Sometimes we are our worst enemy.
So what advice would you give to another new wholesaler? What advice would you give to him or her?
Keep on doing what you're doing.
Hmm.
Your time is coming. Never give up. I like when you had texted me last night about using my testimony to encourage others. That's like, yeah,
Yeah.
each one, you've heard each one teach one, right? I
Mm.
say each one encourage one
There you go.
because we all have strengths,
Hmm.
and weaknesses. And see, by encouraging people, you might be able to build them up in an area where they need to be built up at. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So what we try to encourage students to do is to do this in a way that's comfortable to them. You
right.
you obviously has found a method that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your method? Why did you go about it this way? And why is it working? Because everybody's system not working, but yours is.
I'm not sure I even have a method other than the fact, doing the 5 day challenge and the 30-day challenge too, you always said, don't overlook your warm market. I'm still working my warm market. I got my husband, he's one of my bird dogs, because
There
he
you go.
does lawn care. So he be noticing empty houses and he'll say, well, look, here, check out this address,
Yep.
you know. So it's just a matter, and I didn't realize until I started doing my warm up how many people I know, you
Wow.
know. It's like, oh, that's right, I know them,
Right.
like,
Right.
and even the guy last night, matter of fact, I got another lead. I got to tell you about that. It's right up the street too from my house. I'm like, look at God. He bringing me all these leases in my neighborhood, in my Walmart.
You do have a method. You're telling everybody you know about your business and you're inquiring from everybody. Not everybody do that. Some people put limitations on themselves and they know a lot of people but won't tell them about the business they're in. You're telling everybody. Not many people use bird dogs. So you're using other people, right, to get prospects because you're expanding yourself and you have leads coming in from other people. I think that's awesome. And then you'll follow up on those leads. And even when it doesn't look like it's coming through, or you get on a contract like the one you have now, and you don't find a buyer, you didn't give up. We went at it another way. We found some creative way to find a buyer. And guess what? Found a buyer, is under contract now, is at the attorney's office, and guess what? More money is on the way. I think that's awesome.
Thank you, and thank you always for y'all support. I mean, because y'all always, but keep going, keep going. That helps too when you have somebody in your corner.
Yeah.
Always encouraging you, and coming up with ways to actually get these deals done versus just, well, if we can't, buy the traditional way, then
Right.
there's always other ways. So, you and Jan are y'all deserve a lot of this credit too, because y'all don't give up either. Like when we didn't have the lawyer in North Carolina, what Jan did,
Correct.
he found one,
Correct.
and then I asked him, I said, well, do you want me to look at someone? Yes, please, So it takes all of us working together, you
Correct.
know.
See, that's the
Yeah,
beauty
it's a
of the
team.
that's the beauty of the network. That's the beauty of having mentors. I still today, I still go back to my mentor, right? Because I want to leapfrog my learning. I don't want to be limited by what I just know. I want to
Right,
go and talk to somebody who has even more experience than me, right?
right.
So we can find out how we can make things work because there's always a way to make it work. You just have to find it.